Hi there, my name's Alana and here at Classy on the Run, we love talking about luxury and high-end makeup and beauty. Now, I'm doing Vlogmas, which means I'm posting a new video every single day until Christmas, and today we are sort of starting to dip our toes into this sort of makeup roundup, end of the year, what's next year gonna look like, which is why I'm so excited to be sharing with you my makeup predictions for 2022. Now, I have 6 predictions. 4 of them are very, very specific and 2 are more trend-based. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Inspiration for the first trend that I am predicting is this Liz McGuire What Dreams Are Made Of palette. Now, this palette brought up all of my younger millennial nostalgia. I watched Liz McGuire growing up. I absolutely loved it. I loved the movie. I loved the little character. I thought it was so fun. I was definitely a Disney Channel kid. So what came after Liz McGuire on Disney Channel? Well, there was Hannah Montana and Wizards of Waverly Place. And at the same time as those sort of TV shows were really taking off, we also had some sort of made-for-TV Disney movies, Camp Rock and High School Musical, High School Musical 2, and High School Musical 3. I really think that that sort of collection of shows that I've shared with you really defines the generation. I'm gonna sort of say maybe 1993 to 1996, give or take, give or take a little on either end. But knowing that Colourpop works with Disney, knowing that nostalgia is a real thing that is sort of firing people up, I could just really see them sort of continuing on with this and sort of continuing with this trend, continuing on with those Disney shows that us 90 babies loved. I would also include That's So Raven. I think they could make a really great That's So Raven palette. So that is my first prediction, and it'll be by Colourpop. Now, my next prediction, continuing on with collabs, I think we're gonna see more collabs that we just didn't see coming. You know, we just saw Pat McGrath, well, we haven't seen it yet, but we know it's coming. Pat McGrath is doing a Bridgerton collab, which I think is so cool. Definitely gonna be getting my hands on that. But that sort of got me thinking, what other collabs that maybe we don't predict are out there? You know, maybe there's other Netflix collabs, maybe a Selling Sunset collab. I think that could be really fun, really topical, really interesting. Maybe sort of like a murder mystery sort of collab. I think there's a lot of collabs that we wouldn't traditionally associate with makeup, or that are just a little unexpected that are coming down the pipeline. And as a subset of that, things we don't quite see coming, I'm gonna throw out there that I would not be surprised if Charlotte Tilbury did a collab this year. Now, I say that because she hasn't really done a ton of collabs. I don't think she really needs to, but a lot of her collabs really focus on her muses. And maybe with Charlotte, the word collab isn't even the right term. But Hot Lips 2 collection, that was a number of years ago, and each of those lipsticks were inspired by one of her muses. Now, since that collection, 1, we've seen tons of new formulas from Charlotte, but 2, we've seen tons of new muses, and I think one of her biggest muses right now is, of course, Phoebe Denver. And so I would not be surprised to see some sort of collection that features sort of some of the newer, fresher, younger faces that she's working with to try to really bring in sort of another generation. Maybe a lipstick collection, maybe a blush collection, maybe some glow wands. I just wouldn't be surprised if she partnered and kind of did a collaboration with some of those muses. And I think she's been really, I don't want to say pushing, but she's been really posting a lot about the work she's doing with Phoebe Denver. And I don't know, it's giving me collab vibes. The next collab I'm predicting is Morphe and Diet Coke. Now, we already know that Morphe and Coke have been working together on a number of different collabs. There was a Cherry Coke palette that was really pretty. I didn't pick it up because I'm not really a Cherry Coke girl, so maybe this is a little bit wishful thinking, but we've also seen a Coca-Cola collab. I did pick up some of the brushes, and then we've also seen a sort of 70s Coke vibe with it. I thought was really, really fun about that iconic commercial that they did. And look, Coke knows their audience, okay? Coke knows that the #1 purchasers of Diet Coke are women. Women also purchase makeup. Silver, sort of cool tones are starting to have their moment again. And I think a Diet Coke themed palette that was sort of a silvery, sort of cool tone neutral with obviously you need like a little pop of red in there, maybe like a red lipstick. I think that that would get a lot of Diet Coke addicts, Diet Coke enthusiasts like myself really, really excited. And I just think, look, we've seen Coke And look, we've seen Coke do a palette with Morphe on Cherry Coke, regular Coke. Diet Coke deserves her moment to shine. The next collab that I'm predicting is going to be some kind of Western makeup brand. Could be a Colourpop, Morphe, Sigma, I don't know, but some sort of Western-based beauty brand doing a collaboration with BTS. Now, remember how I said unexpected collaborations? Well, BTS collaborated with McDonald's on a flavor of sauce for nuggets. Like, there was a Happy Meal about BTS. I think that we're really seeing Korean beauty trends sort of pick up. I think that there's obviously a huge market in Asia, and obviously there's tons of people with Asian heritage living in Canada and America, but huge untapped potential markets, I think, in Asia that would be really excited about a BTS collab. I think we're seeing a lot of brands generally across the board, like Kate Spade and Coach, really wanting to appeal to their Asian consumers. And I don't know, I think we're gonna see a BTS or another sort of Korean pop band, but I think it's gonna be BTS, do a collab together. And I think that'd be really fun. I think that'd be interesting. I think it'd be different. And I could totally see Colourpop doing it, but I'm not gonna say who I think, well, I did say, but I'm not going to include necessarily that in my predictions, but I think we're gonna see a collab like that. Okay, so the next two things that I think we're going to see are more trend-based. So the first one, I think we've already got a hint from Charlotte Tilbury, but that is lighter, more luminous coverage. Charlotte is, of course, leading the way. She always does. She has a foundation coming out in January that's supposed to be sort of a medium coverage, dewy, glowy foundation. But I think across the board, we're seeing skin tints, we're seeing lots of, you know, kind of tinted moisturizers, tinted sunscreens. So I think we're gonna really just see that luminous complexion continuing on. I think cream products for blush and bronzer are really having their moment. And to me, all of that together just really says light, luminous, glowing skin. I think that Olivia Rodrigo said it best. Good for you. You look happy and healthy. And I think a lot of people are really exhausted with the ongoing pandemic. I know I am. Where I live in Ontario, new restrictions have just been announced. And actually, in light of those new restrictions, I bought this tracksuit at Costco because I'm gonna be home all winter and I don't want to be cold. Anyways, I think people are just going to want happy, healthy, luminous looking skin, and I think we're gonna really see that trend sort of continue and kind of continue to pick up steam. And finally, this prediction I'm going to only include if COVID lightens up, which honestly, who knows? I can't believe that we're going into 2022 and we're still talking about COVID. But I think that if the pandemic does lighten up, and you know, I know where I live, masks are still required indoors and we're not really going into the office, but if those things lighten up, I think blush is going to have its moment. I think blush really leans into that happy and healthy look that I just discussed. I think that nothing looks prettier than nice flushed cheeks. I think they look, again, happy and healthy. And I think contours had its moment, highlighters had its moment, matte lips have had their moment, and I think blush deserves a turn. I know that more and more brands have been releasing blushes, and maybe this is just me being biased because I love blushes, but I think we're gonna see blush have its moment. So those are my 6 predictions for makeup and beauty trends and products that will come out in 2022. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, what you think of these ideas, what you know, what you guys think is coming down the pipeline. But I think these are really, really fun, and I know I would be super excited about them, if only so that way I could say I told you so and you heard it here first. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.